I'm impressed with the research being done in my state, and am hopeful that this could be good news for continued research efforts, not only in Jackson, Mississippi, but throughout the country. What do we know, or what do you know about these cases that you could share with us in terms of their impact, and what does this mean for research and treatment as far as a potential cure is concerned?
Well, we have the world's expert in the room, Dr. Fauci.
Thank you, Francis. Thank you for the question, Senator Cochran. This is truly a very important case because what it is, as you described accurately, this was a mother who came into a clinic in Mississippi who was HIV infected, who had no prenatal treatment for her HIV, which put the child at very high risk. The astute physicians, pediatricians in Mississippi, instead of treating the baby in a prophylactic way to prevent the possibility of infection, they immediately aggressively treated the baby as if the baby were infected. And that very rapid application of full-blown aggressive therapy, as opposed to waiting for a few weeks for the diagnosis, the baby turned out actually to be infected. And what happened by a series of circumstances, after several months on therapy, there was a discontinuity of care. The mother dropped out of the healthcare system, came back several months later, and the baby had not been on therapy for several months. So the physicians watched because they couldn't find any virus in the baby. And now 3 years out, the baby is well, growing well, and has no evidence of infection, which is likely the first real cure of HIV infection. That has now triggered an NIH-funded study in which a large number of babies who are born of high-risk mothers, namely mothers who have not been treated, will be put on aggressive therapy to see if, in fact, you can cure babies. Now, the reason that's important is that the risk-benefit of treating babies aggressively very early on has weighed in the side of waiting because you're not sure if you're ever going to have the opportunity of curing someone. So you say, let's not expose the baby to aggressive therapy because you might actually hurt the baby if the baby's not infected. And all you're doing is going to be saving a few weeks. Now that you know you can actually cure a baby if you're aggressive, then the risk-benefit ratio switches all the way over to the possible benefit. So it was a very important case, and it's triggered a study which will actually begin in the middle or end of May in a multi-center study to see if we can verify that and apply it to a larger number of babies.
Thank you. That is very exciting, Mr. Chairman, and I hope we learn from that we need to listen to these witnesses when they come before our committee. We're all going to learn something, and it may be reflected in direct appropriations that really do improve not only the lives of American citizens, but actually saves lives. Thank you very much.